Oh, by my troth, Nerissa, my little body is a-weary of this great world.
You would be, sweet madam, if your miseries were in the same abundance as your good fortunes are. And yet, for aught I see, they are as sick that surfeit with too much as they that starve with nothing. It is by no mean happiness, therefore, to be seated in the means. Superfluity grows sooner by white hairs, but competency lives longer.
Good sentences, and well pronounced.
They would be better if well followed.
If to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, chapels had been churches, and poor men's cottages princes' palaces. It is a good divine that follows his own instruction. Well, I can easier teach 20 what were good to be done than be one of the 20 to follow mine own teaching. The brain may devise laws for the blood, but a hot temper leaps o'er a cold decree. Such a hare's madness the youth that skips o'er the meshes of good counsel, the cripple. But this reasoning is not in the fashion to choose me a husband. Oh, me the word choose. I may neither choose whom I would, nor refuse whom I dislike. Such is the will of a living daughter, curbed by the will of a dead father. Is it not hard, Nerissa, that I may neither choose one nor refuse none?
Your father was ever virtuous, and holy men at their death have good inspirations. Therefore, the lottery he hath devised of these 3 chests of gold, silver, and lead, whereof who chooses the meaning chooses you, shall no doubt never be chosen by any rightly but one who shall rightly love. But what warmth is there in your affection towards any of these princely suitors that are already come?
I pray thee, o'ername them, and as thou namest them, I will describe them, and at my description level at my affection.
First, there is the Neapolitan prince.
Hey, there's a colt indeed, for he doth nothing but talk of his horse. And he maketh a great appropriation to his own good parts, that he can shew him himself. I am much afeard my lady, his mother, played false with a smith.
Then there is the County Palatine.
He doth nothing but frown, as if to say, if you will not have me, choose. He hears merry tales and smiles not. I fear he will prove the weeping philosopher when he grows old, being so full of unmannerly sadness in his youth. Oh, I had rather be married to a dust hat with a bone in his mouth than either of these. Oh, God, defend me from these 2.
What say you by the French lord, Monsieur Le Bon?
Oh, God made him, and therefore let him pass for a man. In truth, I know it is a sin to be a mocker, but he hath a horse better than the Neapolitan, a better bad habit of frowning than the Count Palatine. He is every man in no man. Oh, if a throstle sing, he falls straight a-capering. He will fence with his own shadow. Oh, if I should marry him, I should marry 20 husbands. Oh, I hope he will despise me, for if he love me to madness, I should never requite him.
What say you to Falconbridge, the young Baron of England?
You know I say nothing to him, for he understands not me nor I him. He hath neither Latin nor French nor Italian, and you will come into the court and swear I have a poor pennyworth in the English. He is a proper man's picture. No, but alas, who can converse with a dumb show? Oh, how oddly is he suited. I think he bought his doublet in Italy, his round hose in France, his bonnet in Germany, and his behavior everywhere.
What think you of the Scottish lord, his neighbor?
That he hath a very neighborly charity in him, for he borrowed a box of the ear of the Englishman, and swore he would pay him again when he was able. I think the Frenchman became his surety and sealed under for another.
like you. The German, the Duke of Saxony's nephew.
Oh, very vilely in the morning when he is sober, and most vilely in the afternoon when he is drunk. When he is best, he is little worse than a man, and when he is worst, he is little better than a beast. Ugh, and the worst fall that ever fell, I hope I shall make shift to go without him.
If he should offer to choose and choose the right casket, you should refuse to perform your father's will should you refuse to accept him.
Therefore, for fear of the worst, I pray thee, set a deep glass of Rhenish wine on the contrary casket. For if the devil be within and temptation without, oh, I know he will choose it. I will do anything, Nerissa, ere I be married to a sponge.
You need not fear, lady, the having any of these lords. They have acquainted me their determinations, which is indeed to return to their home and trouble you with no more suit. Unless you may be won by some other sort than your father's imposition, depending on the caskets.
If I live to be as old as Sibylla, I'll die as chaste as Diana, unless I am obtained by the manner of my father's will. I am glad this parcel of wooers are so reasonable, for there's not one among them but I dote on his very absence, and I pray God grant them a fair departure.
Do you not remember, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian, a scholar and a soldier that came hither in the company of Marquis of Montferrat?
Yes, it was Bassanio, as I think he was so called.
True, madam. He, of all the men my foolish eyes ever looked upon, was most deserving a fair lady.
I remember him well. And I remember him worthy of thy praise. How now, what news?
The 4 strangers seek you, madam, to take their leave. And there's a forerunner come of a 5th, the Prince of Morocco, who brings word the prince's master will be here tonight.
If I could bid the 5th welcome with so good a heart as I grant the other 4 farewell, I should be glad of his approach. If he have the condition of a saint and the complexion of a devil, I should rather he shrive me than wive me. Oh, come, Nerissa. Sirrah, go before. While we shut the gates upon one wooer, another knocks at the door.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody